What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with the continuation of our Omniscience draft. We had some issues. Please feel free to watch the other two episodes. First, Joe didn't know how Omniscience draft worked. I mean, he did because he read it, but he didn't because you'll see if you watched the draft. Then we go into round one, or we went into the games, I should say. I'm so used to draft lingo, hence why we had a problem in the draft portion. But I'm so used to draft lingo. But we ended up, we're 2-2 currently. One more loss means that we'll be done, and that will be the end. But we could also have 5 more wins. Feel free to take a guess as to which you think will happen first. But we're going to get right back into it. If we lose this one very quickly, this will just be a really short episode. Feel free to, challenge yourself to not look at the timestamp below to see whether it's a quick video or not. But we felt like the last one was going a little long, and we didn't want to just go to the next one, especially if we won. Then it would just be a huge, super long video. So I promise we weren't just trying to milk more content out of it. I apologize if this is a shorter one. We clearly have no way of knowing one way or the other, but we would love to win this one because, we would. It's Odysseus, another Fibblethip. So, we're on a sandy battlefield, it looks like. Oh, wow. That's not a... I mean, Bone Splinters isn't good with Villas, but Villas in general is good. Because we can pay 2 life to give himself -1/-1, but we draw 2 cards in the process, which seems very good. Because then we have 2 more cards that we can try to play. So, yeah, I like it. Oh, we get to go second, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So they can tap 1, sack it, and it deals 2 damage to any target. Ooh, we have reduced to ashes. So we can kill their creature and exile it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Do we want to use that on that?
Well, it's either that or... I mean, it deals 2 damage to any target, so I guess we don't have to. We can just give it -1/-1 with Villas, but we're not going to be able to do it twice because we don't have access to 2 black.
Yeah.
We only have access to 1 per turn, so it's not going to be enough. But that's fine. Let's do Villas. Let's do Villas? Yeah. I mean, hey, there's definitely a possibility that they have counterspells. So let's go ahead and give this -1/-1 until end of turn. We pay 2 life for it, and we draw 2 cards. Resolve all of it, please. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, we have won. We might just win here.
I told you reduced ashes wasn't the play.
No, it absolutely is, because now we would have to discard it with Dragon Mage otherwise. So we have to play as many things as we can.
Okay.
In fact, is this how we do this? So that's going to go to our graveyard. We can play Pulse of Marasa. Oh, but that wouldn't make sense. We'd get it back. We'd have to discard it, but we'd gain some life. Oh, we're losing life? We're drawing cards! Thank you! Oh my god, we drew another elemental too.
Nice.
Oh my god, this is going to be a really ridiculous turn. Okay, we're getting there. Why is this? We're waiting on our opponent, okay. I was like, am I supposed to be doing something here?
Yeah,
no.
it's like the timer thing is still there, but it's not burning.
Alright, so here's what we can do. We can play Pulse of Marasa. Oh, it's a creature or land. Never mind, I lied to all of us. Okay. Let's play a Lavakin Brawler. This is going to be very gross. They're still waiting. I really hope they don't have a counterspell. Although if they do, they'd have to counter this. Because otherwise we're going to use its ability and give everything haste. Dragon Mage. Oh my god, we can also give +2/+2 and lifelink. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. So we can discard Bone Splinters because it's not doing anything, and the Pulse because they're not doing anything for us, and we're going to have to discard them anyway when the Dragon Mage hits. So we'll discard these 2. Moment of Heroism we can actually use. So we'll discard those 2, draw these 2. Plummet does nothing. Blade Brand lets us draw a card. So we can give Villas Death Touch, I guess.
Okay.
Because it draws us a card. So again, we get to do more things. Another Moment of Heroism. Oh no! I didn't use the ability. No! Does it still work? Oh, it's the end of our turn. Cancel it. Well, this is fine.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
I missed lethal. I blatantly missed lethal. So if we lose this turn, that's my fault 100%. Okay, they're giving it +2/+2, and it can't block.
All right.
Okay.
You can still attack with it, though, right?
They're giving it +3/+3 until end of turn, and they're conceding. Okay. All right. So yeah, we missed lethal, but our opponent had nothing to make us pay for that. Right. So we still won, but it is my fault that we missed lethal. I just got too excited. There's just so many cool things going on. We got a free card. It's Belle the Brawl. We get that card a lot.
It's
just
a good card.
I mean, sure. We only need 4 of them. I don't know how many we have. But yeah. All right. Hey, game 2. We at least got 2 games out of it, no matter what. So this is a good video regardless.
Yeah, so far.
Interesting. Yeah, that was
so weird.
Yeah, that was a cool turn. Although it sucks that I messed it up. I feel really bad about that. Kind of embarrassing. Evil Mexican. Well, that's messed up.
Is that just what they're calling Sarkin? Like,
wow.
He kind of does look a little bit like that, maybe.
That is awful. I have nothing to say to that.
He reminds me of, what's that guy's name? Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Machete.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so what we're going to do... Oh, it's a frilled sea serpent. Okay. Well, we can attack with Scorch... it's got flying. Okay.
I'm sorry. I love Danny Trejo.
All right, so this
is like still on that right now.
Well, please focus on the fact that we're dying now.
Sorry.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
It's going to be a 4/8, which is going to be able to attack as an 8/8.
Oh, boy.
With flying. Pass 2 attackers, and then it's my turn. Okay. Reduce to ashes.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Do we have a way to win? Yeah, or not win, but kill this. We absolutely do.
Okay.
So we're going to use Moment of Heroism on the Scorch Spitter now. Because if they only block with their 2/2, because they think they can kill this and we use this as a combat trick, then we don't kill the 4/8. So we're going to use Moment of Heroism on this. They're going to think we're bad at magic, hopefully. And think, oh, okay, whatever. And then, oh, they're countering it?
Well, at least they wasted that card.
No, they did not. We can't kill this now. We could have killed it with that. Because you make this a 3/3. They block with their 4/8. It takes 3 damage, and then we kill it with the Reduced to Ashes by dealing 5. And now we can't.
Oh.
So now we are screwed. Pass. We can't really do anything here. We're going to take 8 damage this turn, and we wouldn't have had to if they hadn't countered that Moment of Heroism. Mind Rot, and we discard 2 cards. Okay, well, there goes that. Should have played it. It's got flying, so we can't block it, and I don't care about taking 2 more. So we take 10 and go to 10. We're at 10. No cards left in either of our hands, but they're already winning. Yep, for 3 mana they can untap it. Oh my God, they untapped it. And their other creature has vigilance.
So we die.
Well, we get to block.
Oh.
We go to 2 this turn
2?
With what's on the field because they're hitting for 8. We're blocking here. We're at 10. We take 8, go to 2. Yep, we're at 2.
I wasn't sure if that -1
now,
comes out of our life.
If they untap it, they untapped it. So yeah, we lose.
Okay,
no question,
cool.
we lose. Like that's just, and they have a sunset.
Yeah, no, that's great.
No, we lost. Oh, pacifism. See, if they hadn't, well, no, either way, we still lose. No question. All right, well, hey.
Well, at least these games are fast.
Omniscience draft was a thing. Now, the interesting thing is, it's a shame that we started this format so late. Because I would be interested in drafting this again, knowing full well what we know, and playing this again. Again, as we mentioned in the last couple of videos, if you look down here, this red thing, there is not enough time left, right? We're low on time. We've got other things to do. By the time when we go to bed tonight, that'll be the end, and it's towards the end of the day anyway. So I don't think we're going to be able to do this again, but
we can't just do a new draft.
We can. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
But if we do a whole draft altogether, then we got to try to play through, and if we do well enough, then all this or whatever. So.
Right. No.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we can decide that.
Yeah, we can talk about that off camera. If you tune in next week, there will be something, whether it's another Omniscience draft or a regular draft or something. There will be something next week. But please feel free to tune in for that. Our prize for 3 wins is 1 pack and 300 gems, which is somewhat unfortunate, but that's fine. Yeah, see, sign up ends in 16, almost 17 hours. So, yeah, we could do another one of these. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We will have to see. Do you want to try another one?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's just start it now. People who are watching the time are like, what do you mean you're ending the video? There's so much more time left. All right, so the temple is nothing. We are not using that card. Goblin Ringleader needs goblins, and I don't want to marry ourselves to picking goblins.
But he looks so cool.
Good.
That's Danny Trejo.
The Loaming Shaman is also not good. We can shuffle any number of target cards from our graveyard into our library, which is not great. But the Empyrean Eagle, on the other hand, is primo a great card. It's a 2/3 other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1.
Okay.
There's also Aerial Assault, though, if you would prefer that one.
I do like that.
It's a good card.
Yes.
So you'd prefer the Aerial Assault over the Empyrean?
Personally, yes. But if you really want that one...
No, it's fine, because, again, we need other creatures with flying for this to be incredible. There's also a 4/6 that you can tap 7, which we would never be able to do to make it unable to be blocked. So it would just be a 4/6. So do we want a 4/6, or do we want a card to destroy a tapped creature?
I still think the Aerial Assault.
I have no problems with that. That is totally fair. Okay, so the rare is missing out of here. There's an Agonizing Siphon, which is nice. There's a Fry, but that's color specific. There's a Mask of Immolation, but that's not good. We'd have to sack our creatures for that. Veil of Summer. No, that's color specific. It's a 1/3 with lifelink. Moment of Heroism is not bad. Fire Elemental's good. Rabid Bite's good. Agonizing Siphon, there's another 4/6. A Scorch Spitter. What do you think here? Or do you want me to...
This is a tough one. I'd like the Agonizing Siphon this time around since we didn't have it before.
Sure.
And it was one we had deliberated over. But Moment of Heroism is in here. We didn't get your Rabid Bite last time, so...
Yeah.
And that 4/6 is around.
Yeah, I mean, we just lost to it, so it looks better because of it.
Right. But it's probably not that great.
All right, so let's try Agonizing Siphon.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Devout Decree, exile, but it's color specific. Manifold Key. Some people I saw using it, but none of them were ever effectual. Right when they use it against us, it wasn't effective. Effective is probably the better word there. The 0/4, no. There's a 3/3 that when it enters Scry 2, that's not bad at all.
Him.
He's cool.
But,
but is he better than 1, an Epicure of Blood? Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life, or just a 7/7.
Honestly, 7/7.
A free 7/7 sounds good to me. Another Goblin Ringleader, a Wolfkin Bond. +2/+2 on one of your creatures and a 2/2 wolf.
I love Wolfkin
It's very good. It's very, very good. Inspiring Captain is also good. When it enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn.
Okay.
Frilled Sea Serpent again. Blade Brand, which is not bad, but it's not better than anything else. You can happily pick those up later.
We ended up taking 3 of those, putting 1 back in our sideboard before we even played it. And then I think we
used it to draw cards because it draws you a card, which is fine because it's for free, but
it's one card.
Right, I don't know that I ever saw anybody use it to actually give something Death Touch where it mattered. It was always just, I'll give something Death Touch and then draw a card.
Well, and that's why I say maybe replacing it with something else that where we can use everything.
Sure.
You know?
So, do we do Wolfkin Bond?
I like Wolfkin Bond a lot.
So do I. Cutthroat, 3/3, and when it enters, we destroy a creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. So, like during combat. Or an Inspiring Captain, 3/3 when it enters, all our other creatures get +1/+1 until end.
All of them.
All creatures we
I
control.
thought it was target. No,
No,
that one's
it
great.
includes itself too,
Okay.
but yeah.
I like that one.
Very good. Next, Apostle of Purifying Light is a 2/1 pro black, and you can exile a card from a graveyard. No. Rule of Law. Now it's better,
Well, yeah.
but than the last time we talked about it, but that doesn't mean we have to take it. There's a Yoke Dox, no. A Blade Brand, no. But there's a Boneclad Necromancer again.
That one's good.
Sedge Scorpion, 1/1 Death Toucher is fine. Prismite, no. Centaur Courser, whatever, maybe. And this thing, which we ended up cutting in the end on the last pack anyway. So the question is, Boneclad Necromancer, Rule of Law, Sedge Scorpion.
Necromancer.
Sure.
I think.
Nope, that's fine
my
with me.
vote.
No. That's why I gave you the options. I think all of them are fine. Are we taking this?
Ashes, definitely.
Very good.
Wait a minute.
What? What happened?
Well, whatever it was, we missed it. I thought I saw something good at the top that we didn't look at.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong.
Squad Captain is a 2/2 with Vigilance, and when it enters, you get a +1/+1 counter on it for each other creature you control, or we could just have a 6/5 Menace.
Ooh.
For free. Or a 3/5 Reach, or return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
I'm leaning towards this.
That's
like,
what I think.
The Sanitarium Skeleton's also very good, because, again, we can use that 3 mana during our opponent's turn. But
Yeah, but the other one, we don't need the mana to do kind of the same thing.
what, this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except it doesn't recur. It's just those 2, right? Like, you get 2 back, which is awesome. But this will come back, then die, then come back, then die, etc. But I also think
These
a 6/5
games
Menace
are not
is...
long enough.
Correct.
Though, for
That's
that
fair.
to be
That's very
helpful.
true. Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Menace.
Yep. I like it. 1/1 Flyer, no. There's a 4/3. When it enters, you can discard a card if you do draw a card. There's a Wolfkin Bond. We didn't take the last one. Or Moment of Heroism. There's an Anticipate. People put that to pretty good use against us in the past.
Yeah.
Because you can also do it on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
With the mana, or not with the mana, it's free, but... and then there's this. It would cost 6 mana to use its ability, so it's just a 1/3, so no. So Wolfkin Bond, a 4/3 that you can discard to draw, or an Anticipate or a Moment of Heroism.
Yeah. I'll let you choose this.
That's a tough one. Okay, well, Moment of Heroism is a good card, but I feel like we're going to see more of them, because we saw more of them last time. Same with Anticipate. I kind of want this Wolfkin Bond.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see. There's the Ringleader again. Do we want to try to take it now? Hoping that the other one comes. We don't have any other goblins, though. It cares about goblins. You reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all goblins into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library. Like,
But we'll probably end up with some goblins as, our last couple of picks. Kind of thing.
Doubtful.
No?
No, not necessarily. Think about it. We didn't have any in our last deck either.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Didn't we?
What was the goblin in the last? I don't recall.
Oh, we had it in our sideboard.
Oh, the little yeah, because we looked at him earlier
Yeah,
and said
he
no
took
as well.
the 2 or whatever.
Sure, yeah. He's a 2/2, and you could tap it to make a power 2 or less unblockable.
Yeah.
Sure. There's Frilled Sea Serpent again, a 4/6, or we can give something flying and draw a card.
Give something flying and draw a card.
Okay, done. There's a Moment of Heroism, or a Fire Elemental, or a Scorch Spitter.
Heroism.
Sure. Maniacal Rage, +2/+2 and can't block. That's actually the only option, so... Right? Because, like, there's this, which isn't good.
No.
There's this, which isn't good.
No.
And there's this, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say...
2 damage to target creature for 2 mana. Like, you play it for free.
Right.
But then you have to tap the 2, tap it, sack it, and it deals 2 damage to target creature. But to be fair, people are playing massive, scary creatures.
Yeah,
like, 2
yeah.
damage doesn't do much.
Yeah. No, I
But-
hear you.
okay.
All right, so that one.
There's an Act of Treason, there's the other Ringleader, there's another Wolfkin Bond,
Wow.
or there's a Blade Brand.
Wow.
So basically
All of
getting
these
rid
things
of...
are good.
Again, getting rid of this guy because we didn't take the last one, and we're not going to see it as an option. We can do Blade Brand to draw a card and possibly give Death Touch, Act of Treason to steal something, or a second Wolfkin Bond.
I I guess act of treason.
Sure. I like it.
Because you know they're going to have good stuff.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Right now.
Okay, so we can take this Yoke Dox and put it in our sideboard as a blocker, I guess, if we feel like we need it. Or we take this 2-1.
2-1.
Okay. Befuddle. It draws us a card. It shrinks something, but it could draw a card, and it's instant speed, and a land, which will definitely go on the sideboard. We got another rare land.
Ugh.
That is garbage. Renowned Weaponsmith is the thing that lets us get Heartpiercer Bow and Vial of Dragonfire, which is not helpful.
Nope.
Blood for Bones.
Another Seb McKinnon.
We do have to sack a creature when we play it, but we can return a creature from our graveyard to the battlefield and another creature from our graveyard to our hand. But again, the games don't necessarily go long enough for us to have any creatures in our graveyard. Plus, we have to sack a creature to make it happen, and we only have 3 cards at the start of the game, so there's Thought Distortion, which we got with this last time. It can't be countered. Our opponent would reveal their hand, and we get to exile all non-creature, non-land cards from their hand and graveyard.
Okay.
Or there's a murder.
Yes.
So it's just murder?
Yes.
Okay. Murder it is. A 2/3 flyer that if we gain life, we put a counter on it. A 1/2 flyer that when it attacks, we get a 1/1 soldier that's tapped and attacking. We can destroy a creature or planeswalker that's green or white. So color hate. Disenchant, Glaring Aegis, Undead Servant. We would have to get multiple Undead Servants, or we could play the Boreal Elemental, which is a 3/4 flyer. Spells our opponent's cast that target it cost 2 more to cast. I don't know how that works in this context. I believe since everything costs 0, this would make it actually cost 2 of their mana that they would actually have to tap. I think that's how that works. If we wanted to use that one. There's the Skeleton again. There's a Plummet. There's a Pack Mastiff. Keldon Raider. What are your thoughts?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
I guess the Sky Knight?
This one.
Or no, I don't know.
I would lean towards this.
Okay.
3/4 flyer. Seems pretty good. It's, I mean, even if you're just looking at hey, the most expensive card in the pack is this, but also I think it has the best effect. Okay. If they try to use a murder on it, for example, they'd still have to tap 2 mana. It seems, if I'm reading it correctly with this silly format, I think they'd have to tap 2 mana to be able to use it, which, sure, they could. They have that option, but still. Okay, Eternal Isolation. Put a creature with power 4 or greater on the bottom of its owner's library.
That's good.
That is pretty good. Another Ringleader. We could have had 3 of these. Griffin Protector. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. No, with the Fairy Miscreant. There's another 6/5 menace. There is the Unholy Indenture, which you can put on your or your opponent's creature, and when it dies, you return it to the battlefield under your control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Or there's this 1/6 that you love so much.
I do.
Or this 4/4 that you like as well.
What about the Leafkin Druid?
What about it? It's an 0/3 that we can tap to add mana.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I want the Eternal Isolation, I think.
Eternal Isolation. Yeah, that's a good point. I like it.
Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Yeah. There's another Thought Distortion. Did we take the first one?
I don't
We
think
did not.
we did.
No, we did not. Flame Sweep. 2 damage to each creature except for creatures you control with flying. So it would hurt our creatures as well. Woodland Champion, whenever one or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, which we don't have. Another Inspired Charge. Another Fortress Crab. A 1/2 that when it enters you gain 3 life. This can give Pack Mastiff +1/+2 until end of turn. Oh, each creature you control named Pack Mastiff gets +1/+0 until end of turn. A 4/3, a 3/3, a 4/4, a 2/3. This was not
Distortion.
a great... Yeah, this is not a great choice for us, to be honest. Okay, well, there's another Boreal Elemental.
Yeah.
There is a 3/2, which doesn't have a good ability. There is a natural end to destroy an artifact or enchantment and gain life. This is a 2/2 with lifelink on our turn. 3/3 defender. Give something flying and draw a card. A 1/3 flying vigilance. Or a 2/2 that we could tap 3 to give it first strike until end of turn. Or a befuddle to draw a card.
1/3 flying vigilance?
What about it? That's what you would pick?
I think so.
Over this 3/4 flyer?
Oh, no. You're right. Duh.
Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. There's a Dragon Mage.
Yes.
Or there's a Colossus Hammer, but we would never have the 8 mana to equip it. So.
No. Okay, Dragon Mage. Oh, but they do have the Invocation. The
Feral Invocation. I like it. I just don't like it as much as Dragon Mage.
Okay.
Because Feral Invocation's common.
Good,
this is uncommon.
I don't like it as much as the Dragon Mage either.
Okay. What does this Blood-Soaked Altar do? Tap, pay 2 life, discard a card, sack a creature, and we can make a 5/5 demon. Look, that is the weirdest demon I've ever seen. The way he's standing, what he's doing with his arms, his hands, I don't like it.
He's got like an itch on the side of his belly.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But he's doing it with both hands.
No, the other one's just there.
Sure.
Maybe he just got a manicure, okay?
He's
Try
trying
not
to
mess
dry
up.
it. Yeah, that's fair. There's reduced to ashes, though.
Oh.
Or a Thicket Crasher. It's reduced to ashes.
Yes.
I mean, Boreal Elemental, notably, is an elemental, so it would help with the Thicket Crasher, but I don't think we need to give our 3/4 flyers trample.
No, probably not.
We would want to reduce something to ashes.
Yes,
though.
we would.
Okay. There's another Wolfkin Bond.
Okay.
There's a Moorland Inquisitor. There's an Inspired Charge. There's an Epicure of Blood. We don't have a ton of ways of gaining life. There's a Maniacal Rage. And there's a Marauder's Axe, +2/+0 to something. There's a counterspell, but again, they would only have to pay 4, and if they haven't used any of their mana for the turn. So, what do you think?
Wolfkin Bond.
Sounds good to me. There's another Wolfkin Bond, a Thought Distortion, a Feral Invocation, a Fortress Crab, or a Maniacal Rage.
I think Distortion again.
You want another
Crab.
Distortion? Or the Crab. So no more Wolfkin Bond, no Feral Invocation?
Oh, yeah, maybe we should pick that.
You want the Invocation?
Yeah.
You got it. There's an Undead Servant again, but we didn't take any before. Looks like it's Inspired Charge here. This is destroy an artifact or enchantment, +1/+3, and we tap one of their creatures. Duress or Inspired Charge. I think it's just Inspired Charge.
Fine.
Fine.
I hate that one.
There's a Ringleader, an Unholy Indenture, a 4/4, or a 1/6. Go ahead. Tell me what you want to say.
No.
What do you want?
I want my crab.
You got to say that louder.
I want my crab.
You want the 1/6 as opposed to the Unholy Indenture.
What does he do?
This is the one that you put on either our creature or their creature. When it dies, we get it on our field with a +1/+1 counter on it.
Fine.
Hey, look!
Can we pick my crab now?
Either an Inspired Charge,
I hate that one.
a 4/4,
No.
or a 1/6.
My crab.
You get a 1/6.
Thank you.
A 2/2 that we can give first strike for 3 mana.
Yes.
A -4/-0 and draw a card. Or destroy an artifact or enchantment, gain 3 life. So basically, between these two, which do you want?
The white one.
Tectonic Rift we will take, but we will not play. Sideboard with you. And this land goes to the sideboard as well. Pack 3, boom! Mythic.
Yeah.
When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put a land from among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your graveyard. When it dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. This is not as good as the other one that we had.
No.
Wow.
Very much not.
Well, there's also a 7/7, or a 5/5 with Death Touch,
Ooh.
or a deal 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life,
Ooh.
or
Negate.
counter target creature spell, non-creature spell, excuse me. There's an Ember Hauler as well. There's a Thrashing Brontodon, which is not a bad card. You can tap 1, sack it, and destroy an artifact or enchantment.
He's cute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So 7/7. I'll narrow it down. 7/7, 5/5 Death Touch, 3 damage to any target, and we gain 3 life, or a 3/4 that we can sacrifice to destroy an artifact or enchantment if it comes up.
I think for me, it's between the 2 black cards.
The Agonizing Siphon or the Feral Abomination.
Yes, so I will let you choose.
Ooh, tough. All right, I will choose the Feral Abomination.
Okay.
Then we have a Bone Splinters, an Octoprophet. What is hardcover? +0/+2 and has tap, draw a card, then discard a card? Meh. No. Or Gruesome Scourger. Deals damage to target opponent or planeswalker equal to the number of creatures you control.
That's kind of cool.
He is cool. And he's a 3/3. There's also a 2/3 flyer that when you play other creatures, this gets bigger until end of turn. So
do we need flyers? No.
Need? I mean, flying is always good, but we've got
2 of those
2
ice
boreal
things.
elementals, yeah.
All right. I like that Scourger thing.
This guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we didn't pick him last time.
In the last event, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is Color Hate. This is a 2/2 flying haste. Give something flying, look at the top 3 cards, 1 in your hand, the rest on the bottom. And Audacious Thief, I guess. When it attacks, you draw a card and lose a life. There's a 1/1 Death Touch as well. Pack's not great, but
No.
there's like fine options, I think. What stands out to you?
Anticipate or Stormkin?
Anticipate or Stormkin. I like the Stormkin. I think it's
Okay.
kind of cool. And it's an elemental, if we ever get anything that cares about that.
Yeah.
Scampering Scorcher. When it enters, we get 2 1/1 elementals, and elementals we control gain haste until end of turn.
Okay.
There's that, or whenever a creature we control dies, we gain a life and draw a card. That seems a little slow for this format. Raise the Alarm, we get 2 1/1 soldiers. There's the 4/6. There's the 5/4 fire elemental, and a Sleep Paralysis. Tap enchanted creature and it doesn't untap. So I would say it's between this, the Scorcher, and the Sleep Paralysis, probably. What are your thoughts?
Well, if it's between those 2, I'm always going to pick the red.
I have no problems with that. It's a fine card. Totally a fine card. There's a Lavakin Brawler,
Okay.
or a Sleep Paralysis.
Yeah.
When it's between those 2, you're always going to pick the red. Lavakin
Basically.
Brawler it is, no problem. Reduce to Ashes,
Yes.
or Eternal Isolation.
Oh. Well, so Reduce to Ashes also
Kills it
exile
and exiles it.
Okay.
Or if it would die, exiles it. So if it's got 6 toughness, this wouldn't do it. Although it does say if that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So we were trying to do this last game. If it takes the damage and then like it takes damage from combat and it has 5 or less on it now, then you can kill it with Reduced to Ashes. And it would still then exile.
But
Or you could put it on the bottom of its owner's library.
that one's for 4 and this one's for 5.
This is power 4 or greater.
Oh.
And this is 5 damage. So this will get rid of something big no matter what. This would get rid of something that has 5 or less toughness.
All right. So, Isolation.
You got it. That's our second one of those, I think. All right. Season of Growth. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under our control, we scribe 1. And then whenever we cast a spell that targets a creature we control, we draw a card. There's a 5/4 elemental. Give something flying and draw a card. A 2/3 with reach that when it blocks a flyer, it becomes a 4/3 until end of turn. A 1/6. A counter target non-creature spell. Or an Unholy Indenture.
I must say, I really hated the Season of Growth when we did the first draft. But
And then we got
when I
trounced
saw,
by it.
when I saw people play it, I was like, "Damn, that's the shit." So that's my answer.
Okay, there's another 5/5 Death Touch, or the same 5/5 Death Touch, or there's another, when it enters, our whole team gets +1/+1. Or an Anticipate, or a Counterspell.
Oh my gosh! Stop!
I'm sorry.
You keep adding things.
All right, fine. Either a 5/5 Death Touch, or a
The
3/3.
white.
Okay. 7/7, or active treason, or anticipate.
7/7.
Got it. Okay. Unholy indenture.
Yes.
Your crab or growth cycle.
Growth cycle.
+3/+3. We don't have any others, so it would be +3/+3. That was a fun noise you just made.
That's just for one thing that you put it on, right?
Put it on. It's until end of turn. One thing gets +3/+3, but it is instant, so we could do it on our opponent's turn during combat.
All right, it's between the unholy indenture and the
Growth cycle.
growth cycle.
Okay.
What
So you
do
make a
think?
meat pick between them.
Yes.
I think we already have an unholy indenture and we don't have any growth cycles.
Okay.
And if we don't have a way of killing the thing with unholy indenture on it and we try to put it on our opponent's thing, then it just has a random card on it that we've wasted. So whereas growth cycle, we know when we're playing it that it's going to help us in some way.
Okay.
Give something death touch and draw a card. Look at the top 3, pick one and put the rest on the bottom. Or +2/+2 and can't block.
Oh, you don't want the bow?
We didn't really see anybody using it to good effect
No,
last
we
time,
didn't.
nor did we use it. So
We anticipate.
sure, let's give it a try. Elemental.
Yes. Yeah,
Destroy a creature
plummet.
with flying, gain a life, or like creature gain a life, or destroy an artifact or enchantment.
I like the plummet.
You got it. 2/2 vigilance, or a bow.
I guess. I like the bow.
Okay,
I liked the
let's try
bow.
it. Let's try it. Oh, and a second one. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so we've got some cuts. We got 2 cuts to make. 2 cuts.
The bows.
Yeah, both bows. Oh, the prismite. This thing is
Yeah,
awful.
that useless thing.
Goodbye. There's a befuddle. We like it or we're getting rid of it.
Eh.
-4/-0 and we draw a card. It does say draw a card. And it's free.
Yeah.
There's inspiring charge or inspired charge and inspiring captain. There's your crab, which I'm sure we're not getting rid of. Scampering scorcher, 2 reduced to ashes, 2 wolfkin bonds, a thought distortion. Are we keeping it or getting rid of it?
Why would we get rid of it?
I don't know. We need to make a cut somewhere. I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions here, man. Do we want to get rid of this 2/2 that we have to tap mana to give it first strike?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what our deck looks like. 16 creatures, 24 non-creatures, and this is our curve.
All right.
We will leave people looking at this as we say goodbye. We went a little further than we planned, so obviously tune in next week where we will start playing some games.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will do better this time than we did last time. We went, what, 2-3 or 3-3? Either way, seriously, we hope that you all enjoyed. Please let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on either the gameplay from the beginning of this video or the draft from the latter end of this video. And thank you for hanging out with us and sticking it out.
Yeah.
We will see you all very soon with that. You know how YouTube works. Like, comment, subscribe, share, ring bells, punch things. I don't know. Hopefully you do, because it would help us out and it would be great. So
Check out our other channel.
yeah, you'll see them popping up on the screen. Check them out. So for us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.